Hello, humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. Guys, I have this theory that these guys in the retro, arcade, pretend, replication, community, you know, influencers, shills, all that stuff, you've just gotten too comfortable. You've just gotten too comfortable. They disrespect the public. This is crazy. And they haven't learned anything. So, you fail again, and we haven't learned anything. Now, guys, it's easy, right? And some of the reasons that these type of people get away with it is because people just attack the person, right? Not the concepts, not the work, not the ethics, right? Those things are harder to brush off, right? If you just come out like, oh, I just want to insult somebody, I don't want to insult anybody. Right? But if you are out there doing things that look unscrupulous, when you're really talking about community this, community that, only when you're selling something, but when something goes wrong, community's out the door. When people are looking just to make a buck, and that's it, you have to question things. Right? I went to this project and if you just looked at the operations of the project and just looked at that, it's one thing. But you look at everything surrounded. People get so crazy, adults specifically, acting like, deranged teenagers or people with no ethics just start going off the deep end. You have influencers that are there to sell you something, and the moment something goes south, they disappear. All these people love John D. Well, where are you when John D needs you? He needs your support right now. So let's look at a couple of things here. Let's look at the things that makes us chuckle. Right? I know there's a silent majority out there. Just so you know, and I want you to know this. All you shills, all you guys that are, pimping this stuff out when it doesn't work, there's a whole lot of people out there looking and laughing at you. Right? Just because they don't write anything on the comments, because they don't want to start, internet drama and fights and all that stuff. All they want to do is work and laugh at you. They're never going to buy your products. They see right through you, right? And the fact that these people, they don't get anything back usually except for one or two people, they think that it's okay to operate this way. It's not, right? It is not. And if you're out there, you want to be successful in business, do not emulate these people. You might get some shine, right, for a little bit. You might get some eyeballs. But if you want to establish a long-term business, a long-term relationship with your clients, you can't lie to them because eventually they're going to know, right? Eventually the truth comes out just like in anything else, and then that relationship is over. It's better to have uncomfortable talks early on and say, hey, look, this is what's happening. And build a long-term trust. And just when you screw up, it's okay to say screw up, right? To screw up. But these guys, some of these guys, Jesus Christ, man, acting like nothing's going on. Let's look at something here, something that usually doesn't happen in industry, right? And we're going to take a look at a couple of things here that I find very interesting. Let's change the feed here. How is it that we have an affiliate link for this product right now? Right? What kind of individual puts out an affiliate link for a product that has no problems? I mean, you don't even know if Amazon knows this. I mean, what's going to happen when customers start reporting this to Amazon? Hey, these things don't work. We're having issues. I bought it and I want to return it now because I can't play it. And the crazy thing about this, the thing that is so backwards, right? And I was thinking about this on the drive home. This Arcades Insider show, right? You have the one guy there now, and let me show you why this is such a bad idea. And I've said so from the beginning of getting in bed with these companies and trying to do your show, with these companies in some sort of relationship. It never works, because if there's any machine that they should have gotten right, that they should have triple checked to make sure there was nothing wrong with it, was this gentleman's machine right there. You as a company decided we're going to give it to this guy. We're going to give this guy an exclusive, right, to launch our product. He's going to get all the information. So much so that the game weenie went insane. So much so that in the end you had to give him one because he was going crazy. because you didn't want the bad rep. And look, here you are. It didn't. It makes no difference, game weenie or not, right? It's still a clown show, and getting deeper. And the one cabinet that you should have had right isn't right, and the other people that got free cabinets, 10 out of 10. There's nothing I can criticize. But the one guy that's working for the company for free, that paid for the cabinet himself, what does he get? The big, high, hard one, right? He's the one. He's the first one to promote it, and this guy's getting screwed. He paid his own money, and they can't fix it. They're not saying we're going to give you another one. We're not going to. They don't even care. This is how low in the totem pole this man is. And still, you're out there running a show. I mean, he must be a really nice guy, because anybody else would have said, screw this. I'm out of here. Take your shit. I want my money back, and I want my show back. Right? But none of this is happening. It's an upside down world, right? This doesn't happen in real life. This doesn't happen to real people. Real people don't put affiliate links for products that may not work, because people might get really mad at you. You can't be about community and then put stuff like this out. Well, what if your community buys this thing and they're screwed up and they never get a working cabinet? What's happening? Oh, I'm just trying to inform them. Well, you can inform them without an affiliate link, right? But let's look at Mr. Justin Wong, the subject of this video. All right, for many years now, since these arcades have been coming out, Mr. Justin Wong has made the money, right? And I call him Mr. Teflon, because when stuff goes south, nothing ever touches him. Nothing ever touches him, right? So, it's time to get touched, Justin. It's time we get touched, right? That's your boy right there. He needs your help. Where's Justin Wong? Where's all the episodes that were going to happen? Now, I know what you're thinking. He's just, he presented this stuff. No. Let's hear from the horse's mouth here Justin's involvement in this project.
Rich online multiplayer and leaderboard system. Iconic Arcade is a collaboration between technology giant Medion, which is a Lenovo subsidiary,
Wow.
Aldom, and some of the top minds and talent of the home arcade community, like Justin Wong, Bobby Boo, Sean Musselbrook, Adam.
Where are these men at now? In collaboration with, meaning somebody got some cheddar. I collaborate at work, but you know what happens? I get paid. I get that paper. So when stuff goes wrong, they rightfully call me up and say, hey, you got to take care of this. We paid you some money, right? You got to put some work in. And that's what I do. I go right ahead. I put in the work, and I take care of business, help out my boss, tell him, hey, what's going on? Let me take care of this issue, whatever. But where's Justin at? Justin gets there. He gets a cheddar. He gets a paper. And he's gone. What about all these promised episodes? This is when people need you. This is when people need your expertise. Right now, you could be telling them, hey, can you try to do this? Can you try to do it? You're the expert, right? You're in collaboration with. John's your boy, right? He puts you right up front. Where you at, Justin? The people need you right now. They need their shows. They need those conversations, right? Mr. Teflon does a sale, gets you a pre-order, and now he's gone. Nobody ever calls him out until today. Now, this is not attacking him personally, right? Maybe they haven't requested his presence yet. Maybe John hasn't said, hey, I need your help. We have some issues here. You're an expert. That's why you collaborated with the effort. That's why we broke you off some. Well, son, it's time to make that money. All right? You got to work for it. You just can't say, hey, what's going on? I'm going to sell this stuff. You got the pre-orders. All right, I'm gone. That's usually his job, right? To get you excited, to build the FOMO. But now things have gone south. Justin, the people don't have an answer. These machines are not working, right? We got 3 different colors. They're selling them in pineapple, strawberry, and lime. but they can't get the real colors to work. Or sound sometimes. Who knows? You're an expert. We need your help right now. Solve this mystery. Save the company. Because let's talk about projected losses. Right? Forget about profit, guys. We're not talking about profit anymore. The reason you're going to see a lot of links, hey, they're coming out. Then all of a sudden, trust me, that price will go down. It's not going to be $8.99 for long. It will not. It's going to drop, guaranteed, because when your arcade cabinet is working like a Virtual Boy, when it looks like a light bright, maybe it's not going to stay at the top price anymore. What are they going to do with that lost profit if they don't turn things around? Right? If they don't find the root cause and they don't find a fix for this, it's going to get ugly. It is going to get ugly, profit-wise. The rest, who knows, you know? These influencers, their loyalty depends on a few things, you know what I'm saying? Will Justin come out? They got to cut him a check. He's not coming out for free. He is not coming out for free. Once they fix it, they'll bring him back out. Maybe then he'll do the shows. Because it was like about community, we're going to do this, that, and the other. These guys are making John look bad, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You need friends, right? In the hard times. Anybody can be a fair weather friend, right? But right now, when the chips are down, who's stepping up for John? Who is it? I don't know. I don't see any of the pros stepping up. I don't see any of the experts stepping up. What's going to be the end of this? Who knows? But one thing I can tell you, we're going to keep our eye on the ball. We're not going to let it go. We're going to look at your business practices, because you can't be about community, right? You can't be about the players and then be putting these links out with cabinets that are uncertain, right? We need to resolve these issues. Iconic Arcade is working really hard, and they need your help. They don't need to be paying commissions right now. They need to save money. They need to save money because these losses are accumulating. They're accumulating, right? Because we don't know what it's going to be. Are they going to replace a cable? Are they going to have to do a patch? Do they have to replace the pie? If you replace the pie, then you got to kiss any profit goodbye. All right, humans, I will catch you on the next one. Thank you so much for joining me. You know, I may not make a lot of friends, but I am happy that you're watching the channel. Please like and subscribe if you like this kind of content. We'll follow the business of making money in the video game industry. We're not here to, criticize anybody in particular, but we do criticize, doubtful activities in the retro community. There's a lot of doubt right now. Catch you on the next one. Take care.